So I have been tagged to do a video talking about some fragrances that just do not work for me. So if you're curious on what fragrances that I'm not really a fan of, stay tuned. Hey, what's going on guys? Hunter here and welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, glad to have you here. And if you are new, what I do is I make fragrance related content. So if you love fragrances, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Make sure to hit that notification bell and also be sure to follow my new fragrance Instagram page. That will be in the description down below. Now that is correct. I have been tagged by a fellow fragrance YouTuber over at the channel Aussie Fragrance. Definitely go check him out if you haven't already. And go watch his video on what fragrances that do not work for him. I'll leave his channel down below. Now I'm gonna also tag two other fragrance YouTubers to participate in this tag video. First, I'm gonna tag 6 Sense Official. He's also an up-and-coming YouTuber as myself. Definitely go check him out if you love fragrance videos. And also I'm gonna tag Chris over at Casual Fragrances. If you haven't already subscribed to him, go check him out as well. He makes some great fragrance videos also. Now, let's go ahead and get right into this list video. Now, before we do talk about these fragrances that I have out that just do not work for me, this was actually kind of hard for me to do since I look at all fragrances like pieces of art and I respect all fragrances regardless if they work for me or not. So do not hate if I put one of your favorite fragrances in this list. It's nothing like that, just doesn't work for me. I'm not really bashing the fragrance itself, just not my cup of tea, so to say. So let's start off with the first one I have on the list, which is a fragrance that recently got discontinued that got a ton of hype. I even bought into the hype and I got it because it was known to be discontinued. And I like to have discontinued fragrances in my collection, but this one, just not really a fan of. And that is Yves Saint Laurent's L'Homme Ultime. Now, of course, this is a flanker of the original L'Homme, which is beloved by many, many people. This one just has a heavy dose of like ginger, rose, a little bit citrusy as well. Just something about this is, I don't know, when I first got it, I was like, okay, this is kind of nice. It's very clean. Like, it has a really professional vibe to it. Perfect office fragrance, but I've had this one for probably close to a year now. And as you can see, I really do not pull this one out whatsoever. I'm not sure why. It's just that, I don't know, just not really up my alley. A little bit sharp from the rose, and yeah, I mean, I respect it. A lot of people love this one. I can see why, but for me, not a fan of L'Homme Ultime. So the next one up on my list is actually a designer fragrance that is a clone of a very, very popular niche fragrance that I just don't think is done well at all, in my opinion. And that fragrance is Mont Blanc's Explore. Now, I know a lot of people love this one. I bought this one before I actually got aventus. This was my first sort of aventus DNA fragrance. Before I was actually huge into fragrances, when I first smelled this, I actually liked it. But now after smelling a lot of aventus clones like Club de Nuit Intense Man and things like that, this one just completely falls flat, guys. It just does not have that oomph like aventus does. Of course, you do get that aventus DNA with this one in a designer fragrance at a very affordable price, especially on discounters. You could probably pick this one up for like, I don't know, 50 bucks or so now. But for some reason, this one just does not do it for me at all. And I do not pull this one out whatsoever. The bottle is pretty much almost still full, as you can see. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Mont Blanc Explore. So the next one up on my list is actually from the house of Chanel. Can you guys guess which one it is? It's Allure Homme Sport Au Extreme. Now you guys might be shocked to see this one on here. I know this is probably one of the most popular from the house of Chanel alongside Bleu de Chanel, which I prefer over this one. Just something about this is just very, very boring, guys. One of the most boring fragrances in my collection, if I'm being honest with you guys. It's not a bad fragrance. It's very, very heavy on tonka bean. If you love tonka bean, you'll probably love this one. But just for me, it's not complex. It's very linear. Just not exciting. I do not reach for this one pretty much at all. I don't even remember the last time I wore Allure Homme Sport Au Extreme. Now, I haven't tried out the flankers of this, like the original Allure or Edition Blanche. I think it's also a good one. That one might be more up my alley, but Allure Homme Sport Au Extreme just does not work for me. Yeah, just not a fan of this one, guys. All right, so the next one up is known to be the best gourmand in the whole fragrance game. And for some reason, for me, not a fan at all. And I had this sample of it because I did not buy a bottle. I do not look to be buying a bottle anytime soon, at least. and that fragrance is by Kilian's Black Phantom. Wow. Now you guys might hate me for this one. I know many people love this one, even their favorite by Kilian, but for me, I don't know what it is, guys. It's just very like sweet. I don't think I'm really a fan of like chocolate fragrances. This one comes with dark chocolate, caramel, sugar, coffee. Yeah, just a very sweet fragrance, and for me, just not a fan of it. I don't really think I'll be getting a bottle of this. Yeah, I don't know why, but I can see why people love this one, especially if you love gourmands, especially like sweet gourmands, like chocolatey and sugary and stuff like that. You'll love this one, but for me, not a fan of by Kilian's Black Phantom. All right, so the next one up is also a sample that I have. Obviously, do not want to be buying a bottle of this one because I'm not a fan, and that fragrance is Pasha de Cartier Parfum. Now, I don't know if this one actually gets like a lot of hype in the community. I don't really hear much about this one, but when I got this sample and sprayed it, oh man, it was not for me whatsoever, guys. For some reason, I think I get like a heavy dose of cumin in here, but I do not remember if cumin was actually listed in this fragrance. I also pick up on some like sandalwood in here, but it's just not done good at all. It kind of smells like BO to me, kind of like how cumin comes across. But like I said, I don't even recall if cumin was in this fragrance, but that's what I mostly get in here. Just not a good fragrance, to me at least. Don't get me wrong, like I said, I look at all fragrances like art, and I respect every single fragrance bottle, but these fragrances just do not work for me. Now, I did not try the original Pasha de Cartier. Maybe I'll have to saw it out trying to smell that one, but the Parfum version of this just does not work for me at all. So the last one up on my list, I do have a bottle of because it's pretty much a classic and has been around for many years. But to me, it's just dated now and I'm just not a fan of it. And that's Davidoff's Cool Water, the original. Yeah, for some reason, now this one just smells very dated to me, guys. Very powdery, sort of smells like laundry detergent. And yeah, just not really a fan of this one. I know people still love this one to this day, and has been the signature scent for a long time, but I don't really get the hype behind it. I know this is obviously comparable to Green Irish Tweed, which Green Irish Tweed I do actually prefer over Davidoff's Cool Water. It's just more complex in this one, in my opinion. But yeah, just very powdery fragrance. Definitely does not smell modern at all. Very dated to me. And yeah, just not a fan of Davidoff Cool Water, but if you guys are, keep wearing this one. So that's gonna wrap up these tag video fragrances that just do not work for me. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Don't bash me too much if I picked one of your fragrances that you guys absolutely adore. It wasn't like that, just these fragrances don't work for me, just as you guys probably have fragrances that don't work for you. That's how it works when it comes to fragrances. But yeah, leave a like if you did enjoy it. Subscribe down below if you guys haven't already. And I'll catch all you guys in the next fragrance upload. Take care, everybody.